when discussing the crisis at the border, often it's in reference to Central Americans or Mexicans. But another group has also been arriving, Cubans. Years of shaky and inconsistent relations with the U.S., plus the mix of an oppressive regime and the economic impact of COVID has left a record number of Cubans to flee by land and sea. So our Victor Oquendo embedded with the U.S. Coast Guard and has more on the highest mass exodus of Cubans in decades.
We're gonna go to Haiti.
Post-ops. I would love some post-ops, thank you. Pressurization is set.
Is this a routine patrol?
Today it's a scheduled patrol, but nothing these days is routine.
The U.S. Coast Guard patrols the waters from Haiti and Cuba to Florida's coastline to prevent illegal migration and looking for people in distress. I recently went on patrol with them.
The last year and a half, there's been a significant increase in the amount of activity.
Auto feather is off. Condition levers are set and RPM prop sync is on.
Before takeoff, the Coast Guard received reports of suspicious activity near Haiti and Cuba. They tell me that these reports have been coming in every single day, and because of the increasing number of migrants, they've had to up their patrols like this one, both in the air and at sea.
According to U.S. Customs and Border Protection, the number of Cubans fleeing the island nation since last October to May, 140,000, about 10 times the number of Cubans in fiscal 2020 with 14,000.
I mean, the scale of the numbers is really historic.
Off the waters of Key West, the boats from Cuba are overloaded and unsafe.
The record numbers even surpassing the Mariel exodus of 1980, when 125,000 Cubans fled with deteriorating economic conditions under Fidel Castro's regime.
What is life like on the island right now?
Life's really tough. Cuba's in the midst of its worst economic crisis in 30 years. The pandemic made things a lot worse for an economy that relies on tourism as much as Cuba's does. So things are tough. Inflation is high, a problem that we're all familiar with as well. There are shortages of all kinds, people waiting on long lines, and a lot of people are fed up.
Some Cuban migrants arriving by sea in small boats or rafts on Florida shores, others coming by land at the Mexico border, trying to flee Cuba, an option made more accessible after Nicaragua lifted visa requirements for Cuban nationals last November.
Una travesía difícil, son varios días de viaje por lugar que uno nunca ha conocido, que personas que uno tiene que confiar ciegamente.
This 35-year-old man and his wife sold their house in Havana to buy tickets to Nicaragua to make the migration journey to the U.S.
La gente elige Estados Unidos porque primeramente hay una gran comunidad cubana en el sur de los Estados Unidos, porque tiene una economía bien sólida, tiene una estructura que permite a la gente avanzar en la vida, tanto económicamente como política como social. No tiene tantas trabas como otros países para salir adelante. Si le pones empeño a trabajar y a salir adelante como deberíamos poder tener aquí, ¿entiendes?
Success is made possible due in part to the preferential treatment Cuban refugees have benefited from since the implementation of the Cuban Adjustment Act in 1966, which grants Cubans a fast track to permanent residency. But in 2017, some of those privileges came to a halt.
A week before leaving office, President Obama has ended a long-standing immigration policy for Cubans.
President Obama ended the Clinton-era wet foot, dry foot, ending the special visa status granted to Cubans with a single dry foot on U.S. soil. Months later, President Trump accused Cuba of attacking U.S. diplomats at the Havana embassy, allegations Cuba has denied.
Effective immediately, I am canceling the last administration's completely one-sided deal with Cuba.
But the spat between the two nations led to the U.S. Embassy shutting down and Cubans on the island being forced to travel to South America in order to obtain visas. But now visa processing in Cuba has resumed with the Biden administration, with U.S. officials committing to at least 2,000 immigration visas to Cubans yearly. However, it's still not enough to keep up with the influx.
Our asylum and refugee systems are broken. They've been broken for a long time. They're overtaxed. We are long overdue for comprehensive immigration reform. Law and order policies only at the border don't present a solution to what is a real humanitarian drama.
Like thousands of migrants, Frank and his wife leave their homeland of Cuba on Friday, unsure of their future.
La familia siempre te apoya, pero porque en el fondo quiere que uno salga adelante, pero en el fondo lo uno tiene tristeza porque está dejando atrás mucha gente y eso siempre va a doler. Pero la familia incluso no va a tener noticias de nosotros en días o quizás en meses. Ese dolor emocional que uno no puede controlar. Uno quiere estar bien y pensar que todo va a salir bien, pero hay veces que a las personas, a todo el mundo no le salen las cosas bien.
Our thanks to Victor for that.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.